something I have learned, and that is if you ask someone for their advice, they will give you the sum total of their wins and losses in life. So if you're talking to a guy who's had countless bad experiences from which he apparently has learned nothing, then the advice that you get will be very dark indeed. Whenever we post pictures of any of our friends who are in age gap relationship, we get comments from subscribers, or maybe probably not from subscribers, because if they are subscribers they wouldn't be making the comments that they do, because the subscribers that we have been watching videos that we've been making for a long time, so they have a lot of backstory as well. Many comments that I get are from people who are first time viewers and have not even looked at more than a few minutes of any one of our videos. So the comments that they make are based on that. They're usually ill-informed, ill-advised, and everything else that can have ill in front of it. So looking at when you ask somebody for advice, as I said, they're going to tell you what is the dominant experiences that they've remembered. I can look back on my life, which is quite a long view, and I remember things sticking out which happened to me when I was 12, say, and even earlier, which formed a definite trait in my character that has never been forgotten. And I don't think I'm special. Everybody is like this. One of the routines that I went through when I was learning a particular kind of therapy was to recall a pleasure moment. Recall a pleasure moment. And I would look back and I could take from any year in my life a moment that had given me pleasure. Now, this is the whole thing, this is the whole basis almost of what we do on our channel. On our channel we look at it and we say it's a feel-good channel. The idea being that if you look at and feel good about enough things, enough images, enough stories, enough of everything, then you can only win. Now, there are obviously there are opinions which are completely opposite to this. Like for someone who has not had a great life and he sees somebody who is saying how wonderful life is, he's likely to discount those feelings, that degree of happiness that that person in question is exhibiting, and say, oh, he looks at the world through rose-coloured glasses, and oh boy, I've seen this many times. And it's true for that person. Very often when we get a comment which disagrees, contrary to what a lot of people think, I don't object to something being criticised. I don't object to somebody being in disagreement with me. Why would I? That's life. But I don't go along with the snide comments. So those, if it's a snide comment, I delete it. But when people disagree, they're disagreeing based on their own experience. So it's as valid as that. Now, we know someone who has been a terrific help to us in our mission to help, and has been incredibly generous, an incredibly generous person. And I want to use to use the cleaner. Sorry, I'm blocked going into the car washing. I'm trying to get the guy to move his tricycle. Okay, well, we're here, but I'll try and finish this video. So, when people make comments, that guy that I was telling you about, I lost my train of thought for a moment. The guy that I was telling you about is a terrifically generous guy, has given till it hurts, and unfortunately he's had a lot of experiences where the people have not been grateful. That's something that we know quite a lot about, because in our own mission to help, we've given a lot courtesy of the people that donate to our charity. Okay, so we're not saying that we're the heroes. We never say that. And people have not been grateful. The fact is, you cannot give on the basis of that in its purest form. Giving is completely without condition. I used to see kids who were given toys for Christmas and they didn't take care of those toys, and they were told that the toy would be taken away from them. Well, if you give a kid, for instance, if you give a kid a toy and he chooses not to treat it well, then he won't get another one like that until the next festive occasion, supposing you got that for Christmas. So when you give, you cannot put conditions on it. You can't say, I'm going to buy you a bike, but I only want you to ride it on Saturdays and Sundays. You can't do that. And I remember once, with my own kid, when I came to California from the UK, and I had my 6-year-old son with me, and at one point, in a little temper tantrum, he threw a toy that had been given to him. He threw it on the ground and it broke. Now, for me, that was a lesson. It's a shame that you broke that toy, because there won't be another one. Now, it just happened that was a case of cutting his nose off to spite his face, because that was his favourite toy, and he threw it down and it broke. So what's the lesson? Don't throw your toys down, don't misuse your belongings, don't misspend your money and then expect that it's going to be given back to you. So our friend who is overgenerous is suffering these lessons now, and we wish him well, and we applaud the way that he gives. He is an incredibly generous person. The only thing that is causing him pain is that he is putting some conditions on the giving, albeit that the person should be forever grateful, or should even be grateful at all. When you give, it is without condition. As in, when you love, you love unconditionally. There's been so much written and told about on this, and it's never ending. Do you know that more has been written about the subject of love than any other subject? Physics or science, or none of these things even come close to the amount that has been written about the subject of love. And in many ways we're no clearer on it now than we were at the beginning. Well, that's my opinion. Got to wash my truck now. Bye for now.